definitions I'll be giving you guys while my slide comes up. Okay, the slide 2 says that multimedia is a form of communications that combine different content forms such as text, audio, image, animations, or video into a single presentation. In other words, multimedia present most of what we say. Everything we do today, most of our videos, even though whether you're a programmer, you can't do without the videos, because you need to watch. You need to know what exactly what you are doing. It is until you not look at anything related to text, to audio, to videos, or a lot of files or presentation files. Those are multimedias. Initially, I will not be talking much. I will only be talking about the multimedia. You can see the icons here. We have cameras. We have a lot of things that speaks about text, audio, image, animations, a lot of things. We've seen about text, a way where your text display the character of multimedias. Or how can we be able to communicate? There are a lot of text applications that was designed to function in the multimedia concept. So you are getting me now. The images are, everybody's familiar with images. It also speaks about multimedia. When you see an image, it also classify under something called multimedia. Now, without wasting much of time, I will be talking about the under multimedia. We have what we call audios and videos. So initially, I will be talking about two concepts here, and we have to pick it, and they are very wide when it comes to the multimedia concept, what we call the audio and the video. Now, everybody here is familiar with video. Now, the definition here is talking about the video is the recording, reproducing, or broadcasting of moving visual images. Now, we all know what is videos. We all watch videos. But do we know how video is made up, or what video is made up of? Or how can you personally say, oh, I want to make my own videos? It's a name, and you feel like, oh, you've seen variety of videos, and you feel like, okay, this video, I watched the video, but how do we make this video? Because everybody here wants to make a video. I want to send it online. I want to broadcast it with the help of multimedia. So now, the video is what I'm going to be talking about presently. Well, before we move to the audio, now we have one thing we call the videos. What makes video, which is the video cameras, which is the different kind of different kind of cameras which makes video itself. So we have the video cameras, we have the photo cameras, we have the CCTV cameras. Now these three cameras you see has their own functionality. Now we have the normal camera here, which is made for video only. There is no photographer you will see today without this camera you see here, the Sony camera you see there. Everybody is familiar with, oh, when I see photographer, I feel like, oh, this is the camera I saw with him and it's good and like. But have you seen a photographer holding this kind of camera before, which is the first one here that I'm trying to, no, it's not possible. You can only see this with a person, maybe a cameraman that is trying to just bring something up with videos, either a presentation, either a video he wants to cut outside, record. So that makes a video, because initially what makes a video is a camera. But this camera that we are saying, they are classified under various aspects. We have the video camera, we have the photo camera, we have the CCTV cameras. Now we all know CCTV cameras, but there's something it is made up of. So when you see a photo camera, you know what it's made up of. When you see a video camera, you know what it's made up of. Now we're gonna be talking about these video cameras a lot. Several times I've seen people snap with Sony cameras, or we have different kind of cameras. We have
Network is bad.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can. We can.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, we have what we call video cameras. We have photo cameras. We have now. I will be explaining the video cameras first, in which I want everybody to just while I zoom in. Let me zoom in on. Okay, this is the video cameras. Now the video cameras, as you see him, has different kind of functionality compared to the normal photographic pictures, which is the photo camera. Now if I wanted to take a picture, for example, first of all I will call a photographer, but you will never see a photographer holding this kind of first camera here, which is the video camera. So I'm trying to bring up this video camera. This is it. If you can see it very well, you will notice what I'm saying. Now this is the photo camera. We all know what it's made up of. Now, when it comes to this video, you can only record this with video. Although, when it comes to video also, you can also record with photo camera. but there are some advantage that you can use it for. Now let me say, with the help of photo cameras, you can make your videos more clearer. Let me say, most of this video that we see, we watch, all those normal videos we do see, they are actually made of, especially when it comes to a beginner session, because this photo camera, you can actually, its quality is very high. You can make sure that, oh, I want to snap a video, or I want to snap a picture rather, or then you can come up with this. You notice that when it is not possible to snap with this first one, you've never seen any company, organization snapping with this. No, it's not possible. They would rather take this to snap, because most of photographers, this is what they use to snap. Now, why can't you just ask, why can't you snap with this when you're snapping with this? No. The difference is because this camera can record short duration but has high quality. I don't know. The photo camera has high quality, high definitions, but cannot record beyond 20 minutes. So if you are coming to this, the first one, which is the video cameras, record beyond any, or let me say with no limit at all. It can record up to 5 hours, up to 6 hours, as much as you can. So this is telling you that now, if I record with these Sony cameras, what will happen? Now, if you record, it will make your video more brighter. Now, it's just like why people, if you are going for a church recording program, let me say for example, you want to record your videos. Note that this camera can only do a 20-minute videos. Now, does that mean 20 minutes? Once it's 20 minutes, that's all for everything, or that's all? No. It will have to restart, count the number, start from the start, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, just imagine that you're on a live streaming program and you are recording that video, and you notice that 20 minutes is what you are doing, or let me say you are doing beyond 20 minutes, and people are watching you live. While you are doing this, remember, immediately once it is 20 minutes, it cuts you off. So which means you won't be able to record live with this. Now, most of video companies, why they use this, it's not like this one has no high definition. No, but you can't compare it with this at all. That is why people prefer it to they use it to shoot a picture, because it shows more clearer images, or the details of the image for you. So when coming to this, you can't just bring this video to snap a picture. No, it's not possible. It's not possible. So even though you want to do it, or you snapped with it, it's not that it can snap. It can snap, trust me. But the advantage is the clearer, or the details of that image won't comes out well. So in which you might be like, oh, how did I want to do this? How will I do this? Now, it is until you now snapped with this kind of camera, you can now edit your picture. Now, note that while you are even snapped with this, you are still editing your picture. Talk less of you snapping with this. You are now still say like, oh, how do you want to do it? No, this one is made for recording session, video recording session. Now, I will be showing us some videos and how do we process it. Now, while going on live streaming with this video, let me say for example, we are in a church. Now we have about 10 cameras of this one. 10 cameras of this. Can we just please mute our device? Can we just please mute our device? I think I will have to do that myself. I do mute. Please, who is that? Okay. Who is that, please? You should just that person should just mute his device, please. I'm trying to just check the person itself. Okay. So okay, let's go back to the okay. Now, this is the video camera, as I said earlier. So once you are on your video format, you know that, oh, this kind of camera is what you make for videos. Now, coming back to CCTV cameras, we know the advantage. They record a session, but you can never compare CCTV cameras. You can't use it to snap. You can only record a footage. Now, it is made for video. It's not like it does not have the quiet quality. It's not functioning enough. No. It's not like that. But the fact is, one thing about these cameras, they have high definitions. Now, when I record this, when I record with this camera, note that let me just use that size that you can use. The size can be like almost, maybe a minute video can be like almost 20. Let me just use that one. A minute video, it can be up to 90 megabytes. 90 megabytes. Although you can reduce the size, which means you're on your cameras, you can just go to the camera setting, reduce it. But note that the fact that you are reducing it makes that video also, it will lose its quality. So which means normally I prefer, if I want to set my cameras, I just change it to the aperture, the shutters, I reduce it to the high to the high definition, just to make sure that my pictures or videos are clear. Now if you are shooting with this, note that the moment you are shooting with this, it can only record 20 minutes. Now most of video companies, why they use it, you know, all those cameramans, why they use this, I notice that they always use this very well. Why? Because their video or their recording session, that time is not up to 20 minutes. Let me say they are acting a movie. Immediately they are acting a movie, they will always make sure that you will notice that that video itself is not even up to 20 minutes, because it's just a character in the next 5 or 2 minutes. They will just tell them they are saying what they want to say. So once they are done, they will tell them it's not even up to 20 minutes. So it is when they are not editing those movies, they will not like, oh, the movie is now up to 1 hour. No, that is not the real video. The real video when they were shooting is not like 1 minute. They can even do a video today. That first one you see at the end of the or the beginning of the video does not mean that is the first video they shoot. It might even be the last video they shoot. But because the way they arrange it. Now, if you are seeing a video of 2 minutes, let me say for example, we are watching a movie or a video. Now, why they prefer recording this? I don't know if you've seen this before. Recording with this kind of camera, these photo cameras. When you see them, although churches prefer this. Why? Because they can last for how many minutes? And you remember, they are projecting it on their screen live with a good format feedback. Sure, you are getting me? I will be going through that process where you can just connect your cameras together and you live stream together. That thing is process. That's why I said it's just like you need to write. I might not give write a lot of details here while we're explaining it. But now, going back to these CCTV cameras. Now CCTV cameras record a footage 24/7, but you can never compare it with this because they are high quality. You've never seen where CCTV snaps before. It can only snaps maybe because of a proof of what they want to do, or they are not even after the high definition, but they know it's stamped just like it's there 24/7, functioning for these purposes. Sure, you are getting me? But when it comes to photo cameras, you know that, oh, I want to record my videos, I want to do anything, I want to snap. These are things you come up with. Or anytime you snap. But note that when you snap a picture, the eye or size that always come up with, like, okay, almost a picture can just take up to 7 to 9 megabytes. Now it is when you are not editing your picture that will not reduce the size. So I'm trying to just launch in 1 minute while I come up with this. I'm just trying to okay. Why this come up? Why, so we can see. I'm trying to open this software. Okay, now let's go back to that slide. Now the slide is now saying, now the video camera, I've explained it, which is made for videos. Now this is the photo cameras and this is the CCTV cameras. We all know that most of these CCTV cameras, they can't install normal camera on in the bank. It's not possible. They can't install photo camera in a bank. It's not possible. But because CCTV records 24/7 videos, now they can only go back to that footage and look at it. Now they are not even after the recording. No. Now there are another cameras which I need to put here, but you are all familiar. The drones camera, drone. Now when you see a video that is captured by drone, you will definitely know that this video is being captured by drone, because most of it is eye top, due to the top of the maybe it wear more higher, just like oh, I want to capture this a location. So when you are going for you need to know, you can't send these two cameras for there. No, it's not possible. You can, although formally we have some cameras that, for those that has been into churches, there are some cameras even before the life of drone. Like those cameras are always they are always calling them they call them tripod camera or standby cameras. Those cameras is being it will be let me say changing its orientation by posting the operator. So anytime you're on that camera, but the advantage is they want something that can go on its own, that will fly even beyond what, because that camera, the one that's always for those that have seen it before, is always long. So you see somebody behind it that will always push it. like just all those in the church, they always use it in the church. So it captures the whole congregations or a large number of people. Now, most churches this time around don't use it anymore. It's not like they don't use it, but they prefer drone because they want to capture a lot of what's it called? A lot of a lot of views. They want to have a lot of, because you can't even direct that one that I'm saying inside the church. You can't say oh yeah, fly to another location or another area entirely, but you can send drone. Depend on the bandwidth, the maybe I don't know how to call it. Depend on how far it can go. So there are a lot of CCTV camera that you can send beyond like, oh, I want to go to this location. You can just go for the views and other things like that. But now let's just go to the next section. He said, now the one is, what is the function of photo cameras? Now here I will say the photo cameras, which I said if camera is an optical instrument used to capture an image. I said it earlier. And their most basic cameras are sealed box. The camera box with a small hole, the aperture. Now this aperture here is not something you can see. No, the aperture. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now when you see this word aperture, yeah, you said what? Okay.
I said the line has always been clear.
Okay. Now let's go to the aperture. The aperture. Then you guys can see what I'm talking about here. The aperture in photography. Now.
Yes, we can hear you, sir. We can hear you.
Okay. Now I want you guys to see something here.
I don't.
Okay. We have a blank session. So give me 1 minute. Let me stop sharing. Why? I see my whole screen. I want you guys to see something. Okay, go back to the present now. The window. Okay. Now, okay, let's go to the Now, this is, everybody can see this. Now, when it comes to aperture, I want you guys to see something here so you guys can follow me very well. Now, this is aperture. This is how aperture looks like. Now, the aperture, or this is how it looks like here. Now, your what is it called? Your camera settings. Yeah, these are the apertures of your camera. Now, when you are, for example, I'm trying to for those that can see this very well, the aperture here, the brightness of how you want to increase on your camera. Let me say, for example, when you see a shot that is being shot with the camera, please just mute your device. It is very necessary, please. When you see somebody that is capturing with his aperture, now the aperture is in between the setting of the camera. Let me say, for example, I want to lighten in a dark mode or a place that is dark. I want to lighten it. Now the aperture there is what you increase. So immediately you increase your aperture. Now here on the camera, I wish I could just bring the camera here, but I think I don't know where it is. Now we have the 5x4, which is the lowest. So immediately you start using it, the more you start increasing it, you can see this darker. You can see it's increasing. You can see that's the aperture. So the more you start increasing, the more darker it is when you are capturing. Let me say when I put it 1x4, the 1x4 is telling me that, oh, you want to snap a picture. But note that the more if for example, let me start with this. We are already in the night. If I put it in 1x4, which means that it will become more lighter. So which means, and one thing about cameras is it always depends on the climate with weather, the weather itself. So for example, you might shot here, this same location, at the same time, the same duration, the same anytime, the same time you shot that video. Now you notice that when it comes to that picture, that same time you snap, you notice that, oh, this is the result I got. Now come back tomorrow. Do you believe me? If you stand that same time, that same day, that same moment, that same location, it might not be the same. So because all you just need to do is go to your settings of the aperture, increase what you want to see. Let me say, for example, I'm shooting a green screen video. I think I will be showing you guys now. I will be showing you guys so you guys can see me. Voila. But let's just go finish this the photography session. So we have the aperture when it comes to camera, which means the lighter, how you want to increase the aperture of your camera. Oh, I'm in a dark location, I want to increase the brightness. Oh, can you just shoot it? Most of this video that is being shot at night, when you see it very well, or a picture, let me use that word, you can also use an aperture when it comes to camera or video. But now currently we are talking about the photography aspect. Now which means when you are snapping, immediately you increase your aperture, you are trying to increase the brightness. And note that when I'm, for example, I said it earlier, I said it depends on the climate. Let me say I'm in the night now. Immediately I start increasing this one by one. Now it will start becoming lighter, which means that night won't function as night anymore. It will become like during the day. Sure, you are getting it now. So which means if it is now morning, immediately I start increasing it. Now it will becoming more darker, because that is climate for you. They are working with darker, which means the shallow, everything you want to use when it comes to the aperture, everything about photography, the aperture, the what's it called, the second one I have here, which is the aperture, which is to capture a light image on a sensitive surface. Now let me just go back to the slide while I finish this. Okay, let me just stop and be sharing my screen. Okay, now let me just, okay, why can't I just shoot my entire screen? Okay, now let's shoot the entire screen. Now going back, we have explained that. It said number 2, digital camera produce picture by capturing or recording the characteristics of the light from a scene or object. I said it earlier. But when you are shooting a video, there are times when you are shooting a video, you need light. You need light. You need what we call light, because if your videos is not what's it called, if there's no light, we have different kind of lights when you are recording your videos. We have their lights that for photography, even for videos. I have a studio light. I think I have it. Let's just go online and the studio light for studio photography. Okay, let me say the lights. The light is what we are after here. Now you see here, we now have, while somebody is shooting a video, we've seen various times that somebody has been using what's it called, this entire, most times we've been seeing it several times when somebody will be using this for picture. But why is he using this light? Now immediately you see this kind of picture, can anybody just tell me, are we during the day or at night? Can you just tell me what you are seeing here? Can we just, if you can determine what you are seeing in this picture, can you determine the day? Is it during the night or day, or during the day, or what can you say about this?
I think it's normal.
Okay, it's normal. Now, in other words, now nobody can determine whether this picture they snapped it maybe during the day, or in the morning, or in the afternoon, or in the night. You can't, because light has really shows a lot of effect on it. Now this kind of person shooting in videos, but when it comes to a picture, there's a way you can do that, lighting your image. But at times when you see, Photoshop has really spoiled a lot of things, because when you see him recording a picture, or you snap a picture rather, sorry, immediately you snap a picture, they will have to bring it to Photoshop. Now Photoshop will now do most of these things. Now everybody can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we are all familiar. We are all familiar with, yes. We are all familiar with Photoshop. Everybody has heard about Photoshop in one or two ways before, and we should know what it meant of. Now let me say I wanted to edit a picture. Now I snapped a picture here, and I will be editing it in a little bit, so you guys can just later. But you can look out for a file you wanted to edit first, which is a JPEG image, or you want to. Okay, I think I got the image here. Okay, that can be traced. Okay. Now I'm trying to just, okay, let's say this image, for example, is loading while we come up with it. Now most of this picture, when you snap it with camera, you save it on your system, which means you import it on your system. Then you cannot bring it to Photoshop. Most of this we have a lot of software when it comes to photo editing. We have why am I, okay, it's coming up, sorry. Okay, okay. While I show you this, now we have the life of okay. Now this is the Photoshop, the photo. Let me just come to the photo. Now there are softwares for Photoshop, for pictures. When you want to edit your picture, we have Adobe Photoshop. We are familiar with Photoshop. We've heard about the name, even though we've not been using it. We have Lightroom. We are familiar with Lightroom. Most of our Lightroom. When you see Lightroom, you see most pictures are not only be designed with Photoshop, but they use Lightroom, because Lightroom is when you now come into that person that you see is beautiful, that is very beautiful, is made with Lightroom, because Lightroom finished that work for them. That pimples everything. You will even you will even remove it even without stressing yourself. That is exactly my point. So immediately you're coming to Lightroom, Picasa has a Android version for Picasa, so you can even download it and light it. Now we have Skylumina rather. Skylumina is also a picture editor, so you can edit it. It's an application you can use to edit your picture on both Windows and what's it called, any other, even for Android phone. We have his Android versions, or you can use for it. Now I'm done with my Photoshop imports. Okay, let me just minimize this. Now these are pictures. Now I want to zoom in, which is the Control Plus, to edit my picture. But we all know I won't edit a lot of things here. With Photoshop, you can remove this person out of the personal background. Lightroom is never made of that. No, you can't edit with Lightroom and say you want to remove somebody's out of background. Although you can do that with CorelDRAW. But note that the main purpose of Photoshop is meant for picture. So which means you can edit perfectly when it comes to the life of Photoshop. Now I can just coming up. Okay, so while I explain it, I think it's coming up. Okay, while we have some things there. Now the Photoshop session. Okay, good. Now I have it. I can zoom in and out. Everybody can see the screen, right? Now,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Okay, this is a picture. This is the picture here. Now I noticed this picture. I will just be a little editing. I won't stay long on this. Now this is a picture, for example. Now a picture that has been darkened. Maybe this picture is snapped with camera already. There's no doubt. Can we just have a witness of that? Is it not? Can we see the quality how it is? It brings out the details of the person. That means because it is snapped with camera. Now I wanted to light the person's face or increase that because normally when it comes to Photoshop or all the software that okay, please, you can just, maybe you should log out and log in back, I guess. Now this person, when you want to edit his picture, note that when you are editing a picture, the purpose thing you should first of all know is that first of all I would like to somebody say I'm editing with Photoshop, I'm editing with but once I'm editing, I notice if I'm increasing the brightness, everything will change. Generally, that is it. Everything will change. You can that is, if I'm to lighten, I wanted to lighten his body, just the body, just the body. But you notice that immediately let me say for example, this is the window. I'm trying to increase the face. Now can we all see something here? Can we see it's changing? Can we?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, now here
yes, we can.
It's changing a little bit because now I notice that all of his body is changing. But maybe my own advantage is no, now I only want your glass, or I only want a little bit, or let me see here. Do you know with Photoshop you can even it's quite funny. You can remove a shape for somebody, even without that person removing a shape. Which we normally here, I can come here, and this is Photoshop. Now notice this kind of place we are trying. Okay, thank you. Now going back. Now this is Ctrl M. Now I notice that once I'm okay, let me press Ctrl B and lighten up that color. Now this place. Now immediately I'm changing anything. Everything about his body is changing because I'm changing something. Now there's a way you can do that, which means if I say I want to only lighten this place, only this place, I'm not increasing everything. Maybe what I need is the hand is more. There's some people when they are lighting a room, note that maybe their body is darker. Maybe they use cream, especially females. One place is darker than a place. So with Photoshop, you can know that color is balanced. So which means if I'm increasing the instead of, okay, for example, I want to increase just this side, I mean just the little here, I'm only changing the color. Now there's the way I do it. I'll go back to this what's it called, the eagle, the bird icon here. You have it's called okay, you can just come up with start. Where exactly do you want? Now if for example I need to do something here, I need to pick out from here, and from here. Good. Now you see something. I'm telling him that is the advantage of a Photoshop editor on a phone. It's different from a Photoshop editor on the system, because when it comes to system, you can edit perfectly without disturbance. Now I wanted to lighten only this place. Now immediately I press Ctrl M, which is the lighting of a thing, or you can the RGB method. You can just increase it. Be looking something. Can you see something?
Yes, I can see it.
So
Yeah.
so which means which means
It's coming brighter.
eh?
Brighter.
No. I guess from your can you guys hear me clearly? I don't know.
Yes.
You can hear you.
Okay. Now this is just the RG. This is please let's mute our device. The noise here. Okay. Now here is telling you that you only want to figure out a figure of what are you doing? I'm telling him that yes sir. Exactly this is the location I wanted to clear. Now there are times you want to maybe this person's what's it called? The hand. You wanted to increase what's it called? You can just do something like this. Maybe you notice the hand is all you just need to do is select where you are. Now in Photoshop this is the tools you use in selecting out of background. So if for example I'm to trace out of background, let me quickly do that for you guys. Time, but okay, Ctrl Z, Ctrl D. So for you guys can see something. Yeah, I will just for it I might not be able to edit perfectly here. So but let's see something here. Now I'm tracing out of the background already. So but okay, can you guys see me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Can you see? I want to remove the image out of that initial background. Now with Photoshop, you can do it perfectly without even struggling yourself. Okay. Okay, we have time. Okay. The session now. I'm going. Okay. Now, yeah, you see something when you want to do something like this here. You notice when I figured it out, first of all, you need to note that this place is becoming more blurry immediately I'm zooming. You see, I won't be able to see it clearly. Now all you just need to do is because that person has a lot of hair at his own cheeks. So now oh my god, somebody wants to join. So I don't want to accept that person, because if I accept my tools with I will have to start from scratch. 1 minute, let me just quickly finish while I accept the person in. Now I will just have to just join the person this back. I might not necessarily finish this moment now. Okay, let me quickly finish. Now I will have to go and join it where I started from. If you refuse to join it back, you won't be able to get something result. So I will have to just double click. Now let me just accept this person here. Okay, welcome. Okay, thank you. Let's go back. Now can we see the screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Now there's a traces of can everybody see these traces?
Yes.
There's a traces of something behind that person, shaking, blinking. Shall you see?
Yes.
Now this person, I want to remove him out of that background. Perfect. I mean, without tracing of that person is in that background. Now immediately I use the feather button. The feather is telling you, it's telling you that this image that you want to feather, note that this is a camera. I can't use 3. Why? Because this image that you are seeing is made with camera, and the camera has a high definition. Why using 3? Because if I use 3, that person body, there will be something like a transparency, something like would make it transparent that no, this person. Immediately I press. Sorry, I just need to accept this person. Sorry. Okay. Immediately I said okay, this 3 I will use it, but immediately I start increasing it to 8. That feather will become perfect. Or let me use 5, but if you are snapping with phone and you want to edit out of background, I beg use 1 or 2, because immediately you used 5, my brother. This feather will come inside your face, like you're inside this person figure. Instead of here, it will come both the here. It will remove everything. You won't even like it at all, because that is not his assignment. Now I'm using 5. Enter. Backspace. Now you see something. Can you see something?
Yes, I can see it.
Now the layer is not telling you that that person is not in the background, former background anymore. Sure, you know. Now I'm done with this. I will just have to deselect so that this little thing that is blinking behind it can just leave. If you don't see your screen, please zoom in so you can see it very well. Now once the blinking that is showing, once I press Ctrl D, which is deselect, either I press deselect or I press Control D. Now, if you notice that image very well, the image has something called there is a traces. Like somebody can easily determine, like this person, this image, they cut it. Why? Is because the number of which I use for it. Now this is where you will know. Let's zoom in here. Let's zoom in. Now look at the year. Like his own personal here. You notice that it looks somehow. Okay, sure you can see.
Yes.
Why? Is because that image I can.
Yeah.
No, the voice is not breaking general. Maybe you should log out and log in back, please. Okay. Please help me. Either Mr. Joshua or Mr. Daniel, please reply to all those private chat message. So why you can just get rid of it. Now, while we're on that, it's the image here is telling you that I don't have much time, but the image now. If actually I increase that number to 10. That image, that tracing, you won't even see it anymore. Now all I just need to press undo, which is the Ctrl Z. Now the thing will come back. Now you cannot press that layer which is in 5 before, increase it to 10, enter. Now because of camera that it is, once it is phone, if you try that thing, oh my god, that image won't be clear. Like it will eat out in, it will come in, so you won't even like that image anymore. Don't let me just go back to, okay, now I want to trace the second part. Formerly I should have what is it called, trace everything once and for all. But the fact is, if I said I want to trace it, now somebody want to come in, like I want to quickly do a task, for example. Now immediately you are tracing. Not that any task you want to do, just leave it, because immediately you say let me quickly go and do something outside. Now let me do it for you. Like I want to quickly go outside. Let me see, let me see something and say I minimize. I want to go back to somewhere. Now there's an assurance that something, you can see that, you see, I minimized myself and I went back. But when I come back, I notice that this is the result. Now it should give me something like just stay where you are. Like is that now this is the feather signal. Sure, you remember now that former feather that comes out before. Now it comes out because it's telling you that, oh, you cut off sound delay, so you were the one that caused it. Now it caused that effect that I make on it, make it to look somehow, but I don't want this. I need to deselect. Now do it. Okay, what happened? Okay, coming up. I guess it's coming up, loading. Okay. While we have this, what happened? Okay, back. Now you can just let me quickly finish the tracing while everybody look at it. Everybody can see the screen now. Okay, let me quickly.
Yes.
Now you can just quickly go on the picture, quickly edit. I need to, normally I should have come down to edit picture, because at the long run any background you are coming in with might be. Now I'm trying to just round it up while we go to the video session. This multimedia for you. You need to just everybody is seeing it every day. We even pay photographer the money. We can't edit ourselves because we have no choice. Okay, now while I'm done with that, now I go back. I tell you, where you start from, you need to go back, because without you going back, if you click here or if you double click here, that tracing you made, there won't be any effect on it. Like the work, you just do a nonsense work. So all you just need to do is go back to that place you start from, double click, then you can now go back to this feather method, which I tell you, 10 backspace D. Now we are completely done with the image. Now do you notice that there's still some traces that, oh, so this person is, can you see something there? Yeah. Okay, can you see something? That there's a sign of
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
there's a sign of you are still in that background though. Now I will still finish that background now. But note that when you are removing somebody out of his background, see, you can cut a cloth, but immediately you are cutting his flesh or his body. Okay, we definitely know that you cut this person. So all you just need to do is to be careful when you are tracing out of that hand. Just bring it up a little bit, finish it up, and this is not a programming session. You can just easily get familiar with this, and okay, just Okay, okay, okay. Okay, now I'm done with this. I feather. Now I'm done with this. Control D. Now I think the trouser. Okay, let's finish this. The trouser here. Okay. Now we are done. There should be a way we can trace perfectly, but let's just make it like this. Now we are finally done. Is that not? There's no traces of a background. There's no traces of a background. Now what we now need is to bring that exact image or where we want to put that person. Now you can go online and download. You can just go online and download. Please let me just. Okay, I will. Am I recording this session? Okay, I'm on. Okay. I wanted to look if I'm recording the session. Okay, good. I'm on. Now, which is okay, let's go back. Now you can go online and just type. Now we have image kind of studio here. We have now you can download any background online. I think I have a background saved. I don't need to worry myself. You can just go online and search for. Now most of these photographers, this is what they do. They go online and search for a studio, or you can just type photo background studio, photo background. Okay, studio. Enter. You can just get it on. Now I feel like going back to this HD wallpaper. I don't want to waste much time. I don't know. You can download online yourself. Once you save, then after that you can just, maybe for example you've saved it, control, then you need to bring that image that you want to use it to fit that place. Then you can just, okay, coming up. So oh my gosh, okay, come up. Okay, while we're coming up. Oh, Mr. Joshua, do you have a question? I don't know. Okay, no problem. Now we can just bring up that picture. Now I want to locate a background. Now I have a background here. Picture. I have a background picture here. Okay, now you can see my background. You can see my background. Now I'm trying to bring out my background in, and after that the background is loading. Why? Okay, thank you. Good. Okay, the image loading. While we have that image, we can just quickly. Now the background is here. Now we can just drag that image here. This is the image. This is the image we traced. For those that remember, this is the image we traced. Sure, you can see. Now this is my exact background I wanted to impede. Now you can just drag that image. But now I noticed that there's one competent oh boy, it's not funny. Now there's something here. Everybody can see something here. See, there's a layer like some that former background that I removed. There's a traces of it here. So all I just need to do is go back to my feather, remove, just use that image and deselect, Ctrl D. Then you are done with this. Then bring that image. You can reduce the quality, the size. So Ctrl C. Then you just reduce it a little bit. Reduce it a little bit. Now why? Because if you drag that image, that normal image that once we are done with it, and you bring it here, that image will be bigger than the screen, than the normal background. So you'll have to reduce it from the scratch. Just make sure that that thing is well okay. Then enter. Then you bring it here. Now you see that this image is small here. Yes, but when you drag it here, my brother, see what you get. Can we?
Wow.
Yes. Wow.
Which means that image still need to be reduced more. You can still reduce it more before bringing it to that background. But if you know that I'm done, Jare, I can't start going back. You can just click on that same image, Ctrl T. You can just reduce it, Ctrl T. But the image, when you are reducing, you can just take your time a little bit. You see now? Can we see? I'm reducing it. Now we are done. Can we see? Enter. So while our image is done,
Now,
Yes.
Ctrl Z. Okay, let me just delete this here and come back here. Ctrl T. Let me reduce it very well so that when I bring it here, it will be smaller. Everybody, can we see now? Can we see this? Yeah, it is very simple.
Yes.
So it is very, very simple. Now after now done, maybe you want to write something. I want to write a text too. I want to input something like a normal text and normal thing, but I don't want to waste time on that. Let's just go back to that slide. I want to believe that you get this. So it is very simple. Now I'm done with the image. I'm done with the anything I'm using to balance my image, my color, my everything. Now if you want to make sure that your background, that your background, that face, there should be something like, oh, this person is in this background, without no doubt, because it will not depend on your lighting or anything you are using to edit. Sure you are getting me. Now let's just go back to the session, the video session. I don't want to end this session without discussing that video. Now we have a lot to cover, but you can just share this slide. Anybody that have a question, just note it down. Please. Now we have a photo. Now we are done with photo. Good job. Now let's come to video. The secret I want everybody to know tonight is this secret of everybody watching videos. And you see that this TV station, they use different background every day, like different background, like it will be as if it is real. I don't know if you've seen something like that. Somebody be like, but this person is in heaven. Okay, let me use that heaven. You see, when you see a person like is in heaven in video editing, there's something behind them. Now this is how they do it. There's one thing we call a green screen videos. Now I'll be bringing out an image. For those that are familiar with this software, it is called Filmora. It is called Filmora. This is a video software. For those that are familiar with Adobe Premiere, Adobe what's it called? Adobe I think we have like two. We have Adobe Photoshop, we have After Effects, we have some softwares like that. Now when you are watching a video and you notice that why will this person be here? Now I have a green screen video project I'm working on. Now let me go back to my picture. Now why will I have the person here? ACGM file, okay, and green studio. Now everybody can see my screen, so there's no doubt. Okay, now this is photo. You can see me doing something here. You can just locate where your green screen video is. Now if I'm to do a video, I will have to make sure that video is effect with. Now let's import this background. Good. Okay, I'm trying to drag that image. Oh, I should have even dragged it since I forgot. It might take a little while. Cool, it's coming up. Now while we talk about the softwares we have when it comes to video editing, we have, for those that are writing down, we have video editing softwares. Okay, please, maybe you should log out and log in. We have video editing software. We have Lightroom. We have I say for Lightroom, sorry, don't mind me. I'm talking about that's video, that's photo rather. When it comes to video, we have Camtasia Studio. That's another video editing software. We have Cyberlink Power Director. We have Final Cut. For those that are familiar with this, Final Cut is not made for Windows. Even till now, I don't know what happened to the developers. They should have made sure that the Final Cut, we have the Windows version of it, but we don't have the version of it. We only have the Mac for the line, also for Linux. Those are the operating system we have for it. Somebody wants to join, please. Let's just accept up. Okay, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I want to accept that person in. Okay, let's just.
Sorry, Mr.
Okay.
No, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can.
I know it's not yet time for question and answer, but I think there's a question that you just need to just quickly attend to before we move further.
Okay.
While we're waiting for the video to load on Filmora.
Okay.
Someone asked the question. He said, can we increase the new background instead of continuous reduction of the trimmed image? I think he's talking about the picture you were able to.
Can we increase the new background instead of continuous reduction of the trimming? Okay, can we increase the new background? Now, in other words, when you are increasing the new background instead of continuous reduction, now I need to get that person very well what is meant by that. But if for example you are bringing a background in, let's go back to that Photoshop form. Let's go back to that Photoshop. If for example you are using this the Photoshop of a thing, note that immediately you are trying to edit your picture. I'm trying to make sure the Photoshop come in. Okay, let me just use the tab. Okay, let's have him on board. Okay, I think it's trying to load because of the. Okay, now let me just answer that question. When you're trying to reduce, you can manipulate background in as long as. Okay, somebody asked, but I'm done. Let me just quickly finish this. He said, now once you can bring a multiple background on Photoshop. Maybe immediately you are trying to edit, you're trying to make sure that I want to make sure that my background, I have like 5 background. But note that when you are using that, when you are manipulating background, does it really make sense that you manipulating background on? I'm trying to just, I don't know what's happening. Okay, now we are done. Can we see the screen now? Now, this is the image.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you are
we can see.
if you are trying to, I mean, can we increase the size of the banner instead of? Okay, like you want to reduce. Okay, let me get that question very well. I didn't even get that one.
Yes, I think he's trying to say if increase the size of the image.
The image, okay.
On the yes.
On the background,
instead of going back to the previous one to reduce.
Sure.
Yes.
Now sure you can. All you just need to do is you can increase it yourself here. This is it here. So now this is the image. Instead of going back to that previous, okay, you mean this previous that we are reducing and increasing, right? Now we don't have to go back. It's not possible. It's not possible at all. Just go back to the one you drag. Just go back to that one you drag. Press Ctrl T, and you are done. This is it here, which means you see it. You see it now. You see it now. Which means I can increase if I want. I can decrease if I want. Enter. I'm done with it. Sure you get. So if you like now, you can just read it. You can just hide your brightness and other things like that. Now I have a picture here. Going back to that video session. The video will be loading now. Now this video, most of people watch videos. When a camera is being set, I will be talking. I wish I could discuss about that camera very well. But why I was saying, okay, now this is a green video, a video being shot on green screen. Sure you can see it. Now it's a TV station. Why before we shoot, we need to make sure that cameras are set. Now you have seen a video, a different kind of scene in a video. Oh, somebody talking to, like, manipulating each other. Somebody talking, that same person talking to each other, and you feel like, what? How is this possible? You felt like amazed. But the fact is, that person that's talking to themselves, like that same person that is talking to himself, he still deserve that person that the character that you see here is still the same. So that person that formed that same character. Let me say, for example, you see somebody here and you feel like, hey, come here. But you know when you see their action, you felt like they really see each other. Now they are not seeing each other, but they put action into what they are doing. If we are to manipulate a person on a video now, we need to make sure that our cameras are on a static place. Now we need to make sure that that person that wants to act as Aki will come out on stage and say like, why are you doing this? Now he or she will position herself as if he's seeing that person. Why are you doing like this? Now he's the one that finished kind of that kind of word, and he's like, how are you doing like this? Now you know that person is expecting a response inside that movie. It's like, I'm doing this. Oh, why do you do that now? Oh, I'm very sorry. I'm getting angry. I'm getting annoyed. Now you notice that person giving a response like, I'm getting annoyed. But you notice that same person is the same person that is giving the question and answer to themselves. Like it's the same person. Now, which means I will say, stop now. Why are you doing this now? I will still come back. That same position. No, now you know I'm angry. Honestly, I'm angry. Now it's still the same character, but when you are not editing, it will not tell you like, okay, bring your character together. Then you cannot do something reliable, something more good. Then at that moment they cannot join them together. At that same moment, we have what we call the manipulating manipulating reduction or how you can just increase your manipulations. So when you increase your manipulation, it will be increased there. For people that turns to Aki, turns to Tunde, for people that turns to Tunde, exact same character, they are doing the same character, the same person, but different character. Let me use that word. Different character, the same person. So, but let's just come to this. This is a video, for example. Now, everybody is familiar with this. We've all seen this in the 1 or 2 ways. The session will soon be rounding up. I just wanted to just see something now. Now, there are some videos you do when they are done with you feel like, oh, I love this background. But initially, this is what they do. With the help of chroma key, you can do that. Chroma key is what you need to can just do something like more good. All you just need to do is edit that. Okay, coming up, chroma key. Okay, loading. We have the chroma key here loading. Okay, we have the chroma key. Go back, chroma key. Now, notice something now. Can you see that image is black? Something changed. Can we see something like that? Can we see something like that? The black, there's a change towards that. But when you notice this, you can just bring up a new, reduce it, fit it to the background that you want. Now, I want something here. I see something. Let's just go back to the background. Now import this. Now once we are done, you drag it. See something? Can we see something here?
Yes, we can see it.
Does it look real? Now this look real. Now because if that person see something, Kai, you see now that same movement is talking about with the help of green screen, you can be able to achieve that. Now if you can't use green screen for your videos, in another session I'll be giving us how we can just bring more our videos more professionals, when we can edit more professionally. Now let me just quickly go back to that my what's it called, going to that. Let me quickly cover this, the live streaming setup. Now when it comes to live streaming, everybody watch live streaming, they know how it is. It is very simple. Now talking about that video, if you know you want to ask a question, just answer that video. Most videos you see, or you see BCU, NTA, you see most of them, they are not the real background. That is not the real background. The real background you see is green screen. When you see where they are shooting that video, you felt, wow. So this background you are changing every day. This text, you can fit that to, you can change with the help of graphics. You can just create a design like, oh, this program is so let me say, for example, they are discussing about a program might be titled Politics a View or Politics in Nigeria. Now with the help of that, you can now create a graphics for that image, and at the end of the green screen you can now bring that image and write politics talk. Now what they are discussing is politics talk. Now you will notice that at their back they write politics talk. That is with the help of green screen. That image is not real at all. Is not real. So now let's just leave that. I want to believe you understand what I say. Now we have live streaming setup. We now have the open broadcast software. Now this open broadcast software, my boy. Oh God. I just need to quit. Okay, recorder. Let me just stop this.